Hello, good evening. It's Erica here from Me to You Paper Crafts. That's the handle I go by. You can find me if you just do a Google search and you look for From Me to You Paper Crafts. You will find lots of links to different things. I welcome you if you're new. Please let me know where you're from if you have just found me. And I welcome you. So Case the Caddy is something that I've been doing for, I think, a couple of years now. It's where I come live Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I pick a project out of one of our current catalogs, and I reproduce it. So often giving you measurements or how it's put together. If I have all the products, I use all the products. Sometimes I substitute, and sometimes I might just change my mind a little bit about maybe the choice of the ribbon or the embellishment or something about the card I might change. That's called casing. That's why I call it Case the Caddy. When you case something, it means copy and share everything. And in the Stampin' Up world, we love to share what we make. So we share with fellow demonstrators, we share with our customers, we share with people we don't know, random people, because we love what we do and we love to share. And we do it because it creates inspiration, gives other people ideas, has a way of telling people if they're new to crafting, to paper crafting, to making cards, that it's pretty easy. Some simple instructions, some great demonstrators out there. And yeah, and then before you know it, you can create some of your own cards or any other projects that you want to create. So my name is Erica, and I live in Victoria on the west coast of Canada. So if you're looking for a Canadian demonstrator, I could be your gal for sure. I would welcome you to my team, and we can have lots of fun. So anytime you have any questions, you can get in touch with me. You can find all my contact information via doing that Google search. I do have a website, and it is my name, ericaedney.com. Or you can find me on Facebook from Me to You Paper Crafts, and you can private message me there. So never hesitate to contact me, ask me any questions. And yeah, so today Stampin' Up released some brand new products as part of our celebration, chance to earn free products. That's what celebration is all about. It's always in January to February, the start of the year. So with every $60 Canadian purchase, you can earn products for free. And they are in a little brochure called Celebration. So this is what was first released. So these products are still available, but now they've added even more. So later when I finish this live, I will be posting to my Facebook page information about Celebration, the extra stuff that you can purchase. There's also 2 new kits that's been added to our kits collection. So if you're brand new to stamping or card making or projects, any kind of paper craft projects, our kits are all inclusive. Everything is in it that you need to create that particular project with full instructions. Lots of fun, easy to do. A great opportunity to get together with family or friends to craft together, because you can kind of just follow the instructions and craft away. Okay, so that's enough of that. Now I'm going to bring my other camera to the forefront so that you can see my desktop here. So I'll say goodbye, and hopefully I'll remember to come back to say goodbye when the live is finished. So let's get started. So I'm just going to sorry, I have done something wrong here. I need to do this instead. There we go. Okay. All right. So we are talking about Celebration. The stamp set that I'm using tonight is called Stippled Roses. So this is our January to April mini catalog. Lots of great stuff in here. And what's fantastic about this time of year is that this catalog has products, and when they put together the free products that you can earn, they often coordinate things together. So for example, the Stippled Roses tonight, let me just find that in the catalog to show you. Stippled Roses, I think I marked it in here. Did I? I pretty well have everything marked. I don't see it here. So there is an index in the back. Good opportunity to show you that. Okay, so here are all the stamps. So I'm looking for Stippled Roses. There it is. It's on page 64. 64 in the catalog. Here we go. All right, Stippled Roses. Okay, so it's basically a stamp set. There's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 stamps in here. And it comes when you purchase this. So for example, when you purchase this bundle, the bundle goes for $73.75. Well, because you've reached the $60 minimum order to get something for free, you could pair this up with this free paper. So this free paper is in this brochure. Let me just find that for you as well. It's right here. Stippled Roses. So this designer series paper, you get 2 sheets of each of 12 by 12 paper. It's a value of $60. So because your bundle is more than 60, you can get the paper for free. It's called Softly Stippled DSP. Okay, so that's how Celebration works. You want to look in the catalog for things that coordinate, and it will tell you that it does that. Okay, in the brochure, in this little brochure. So it will tell you coordinates with Stippled Roses bundle in the January to April mini catalog, page 64. So you want to look for this kind of notation, and there's quite a few in this little brochure. Now, we're not using this paper tonight. We're going to use a different paper tonight, but I want to just quickly show you because I haven't shown this paper yet. So we've got the colors in here are, you've got Calypso Coral, you've got Lost Lagoon, Pebbled Path, Pool Party, and Wild Wheat. Okay, now your Calypso Coral is an orangey color for those of you who aren't familiar with Stampin' Up! Colors. Lost Lagoon is a greeny blue. Pebbled Path is kind of a gray-brown color. Pool Party is blue, and Wild Wheat is this really kind of mustard yellow color. Okay, so this sheet is showing you Calypso Coral. This is this orangey color. And then this is the Wild Wheat. Okay, it's kind of a goldy brown color. And this is the Pebbled Path color. You can see that there. Okay, so you get 2 of those sheets. And then on the back of this sheet, you just get some really soft Pebbled Path, sort of like plaster that people smear on their walls on some houses. Okay, here's Calypso Coral in its finest with all of these beautiful roses on here. Okay, this is the Wild Wheat. Okay, so here's the Pebbled Path on the back. This is beautiful. This is actually looks like burlap. And then here again is your Wild Wheat. And on the back of that, oh, look at this. This is beautiful. So this is Pool Party. This definitely looks like a linen weave. Okay, it reminds me of a tablecloth my grandmother crocheted for me. Not crocheted, needle pointed for me years ago. Okay, then here's Pebbled Path, more roses, and you could use your blending brushes and you could color these in. So there's your Pebbled Path, and then on the back you've got, again, the Calypso Coral. Okay, and Stampin' Up! Does an absolutely amazing job of coordinating colors within a paper pack. Here you go. This is Pool Party. Oh, look at those beautiful flowers there. And on the back, again, you've got your Wild Wheat. Again, another textured, this looks like burlap as well. These make great background papers. Now look at this one. This one is Lost Lagoon. This is the Lost Lagoon color with the Wild Wheat. So those 2 colors go great together. And then the back of this paper is, again, more Wild Wheat. Okay, and that's it. Those are your papers. Now, I'm sad I'm not using them tonight, but I'm not. I'm using something different, but I just wanted to show. So this is the free paper, and our paper is beautiful. It's got really a good weight to it. It's great for, you could make bags out of this, gift bags. You could do a top to a box with this. It's really great paper, double-sided paper. Okay. Softly Stippled. That is your free paper pack. Okay. All right. Now, let's show you the card I'm going to be making tonight. as soon as I got this catalog and I was flipping through this, this card right here, really, really, I was attracted to this card is what I'm trying to say. Okay. There's this amazing embossing folder behind it, and it's right here, and it's easy to miss in the catalog. It's called the Layered Florals 3D Embossing Folder. I am mad about embossing folders, and this is what it looks like. Let me just grab it. Here it is. It's a 3D embossing folder. So I don't know if the camera's picking this, but it will make the most detailed, gorgeous roses. These roses you could also use these for water lilies. I think they kind of remind me of water lilies as well, but it's just really deep and luscious. And so the fantastic thing about this is that you could ink up this embossing folder, and you could run it through your embossing folder through your machine, and it would just have this beautiful color. Some people have even gone in as much detail as coloring the individual flowers after it's embossed. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So we're going to use that tonight. All right, so we're also going to be using these glossy dots assortment. Okay, so there's Pool Party, there's Crushed Curry, Melon Mambo, and then there is our beautiful Orchid Oasis, or actually I think it's our gorgeous grape color, but we're going to use those tonight on the card. The two ink colors we're using is Orchid Oasis and Melon Mambo. Look at those two colors together. They're just beautiful. And then the other DSP we're using, this is called the Meandering Meadows. This has been an immensely popular DSP. It's a 6x6 paper pack, and it's mostly forest and garden scenes. I'll just flip through. I'll just flip through a few of them so you can see what they look like. But you've got these beautiful meadows, okay? And there is a stamp set that coordinates with this. And there's often a river in the background. It's just, here's a little river running through here. And then you've got this meandering path through there. It reminds me of England very much. My mom was always telling me about how beautiful the forests and the meadows were in England. Here's another little garden path going through. And lots of flowers. Look at this one. This is absolutely stunning. Another meandering path. Okay. And you've got fields of flowers. It's just beautiful paper. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. Okay. And there is a reverse side to all of these too. Okay, so you've got some sort of like patterned paper that make great backgrounds, and anything can stand out on them. Okay, so look at all these different colors. There's actually one that's got some flowers in it as well. Field of flowers. And there's some sky. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. Now this paper is called Meandering Meadows. It is a 6x6 paper pack. And while you're looking at that, you might want to consider these absolutely stunning little birds. These are little, they look like little swallows, and you've got some dragonflies on here. So this was also featured with this paper pack. So we're going to be using one of these sheets. In here, we have to figure out which one it is. Okay, so I'm going to turn this and keep this to my side so I can see what I'm doing. So we're looking for this paper here, which is in this paper pack. So it's kind of like a mottled, let me just take that cardboard piece out the back. So I'm looking for sort of like some oranges and purples. I don't think it's that one. It's definitely not that one. Ah, that's the one. All right, so we want this one. Okay. Let's just put this back in here. Okay. We're also going to use some vellum. These leaves in the background here, these are all done in vellum. And then we've got our card base, which is a half a sheet of Orchid Oasis. This is one of our in colors, the Orchid Oasis. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to score this in half. So this is 5.5 by 8.5. You're going to score it at 4 1/4. So 4 1/4. And I'm going to keep that out because I'm going to need it again. So then I'm going to fold this. And I like to burnish my fold with my bone folder. So let me just grab my bone folder and we're going to give it a burnish. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to pop my head into my comment section and say, welcome, Christine. How are you tonight? And Carol is here. And Judy. Nice of you ladies to join, my regulars. Carol Lynn is here. I haven't seen you for a while. Carol Lynn is here. That's fantastic. I hope everybody's well. Okay, now I have to figure out when I'm looking at this, I have to figure out how they did this. So we have an option. We could emboss the card front, but then we're going to cut this on a diagonal, and we're going to do a landscape card. So we could emboss the whole front of this card, which means that you're going to see the embossing on the inside. Certainly not a tragedy. This is going to be cut on a diagonal, but that means that I'm putting this paper on top of the embossed piece. Now, on some embossing folders, they're very subtle and there's not much texture to them, but this one is very texturized, so I don't think that's going to work very well. So I think what I might want to do is grab another piece of this Orchid Oasis, and I'm going to work on that. So I need a 1/4 sheet. So I have a piece here. So at this point, you could change this up instead of having the Orchid Oasis as a card base, because you're not going to see the front, but you will see the inside of the card and the back, of course. And you could switch out, replace it with basic white if you wanted to. We're going to keep that because then I can put a piece of white in here and then do some more rose patterns on the inside. Okay, so let me cut this now to a 1/4 sheet. So we want this to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so this is already 5 1/2 because it's the other half of this sheet here. And then I'm going to cut this down to 4 1/4. Okay, and this is going to fit right on top of the card base. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is, let's think about this now. I'm going to cut this down also, because what's going to happen is because we're cutting these two pieces on the diagonal, we can make another card from it. So I'm going to also make this 5 1/2. I'm going to make it the same size as a card base. So 5 1/2. Then this piece I could use on the inside of my card. Okay. So 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 here. Make sure you've got your pattern running in landscape mode. Okay. All right. So now we've got these two pieces here. So what we want to do is figure out what the diagonal is going to be. So I'm going to cut, I can cut these two at the same time, and we're going to cut it across like this. I hope I'm doing this right. I know there's one cut that you have to do differently, but I'm just going to randomly decide. I'm going to go on an angle here. I'm going to pull this up. Let's see. I want this to be kind of deep here. That looks about right. It really doesn't matter, you know, don't fuss over it. Okay. So now we're going to remove this. No, we're not. We're going to switch these around. We're going to take this as the top. We're going to emboss this piece, and this is going to be the bottom of this piece. Okay. So that's one card. And then you're going to have another card that you can do, but it's going to be opposite. Okay. So this one will be embossed at the top. This one you'll emboss on the bottom. Okay. So those are you can make 2 cards tonight. All right. So let's emboss this piece. So where is my, what do I do with the embossing folder now? What am I, 5 minutes in and I've already lost something? Okay, we don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. Oh, there it is. I have it here. I even cleaned up my desk. All right, so we're going to put this in here. Now, if you wanted to do the other card, doing the same thing, why not put this bottom piece in at the same time? Okay. Okay, so I'm just feeling for the bumpy side is this side, so it's going to push the pattern up. I'm just going to get these in straight. Okay. Now, because this isn't going on the same card, I'm not worried about lining it up at all, and I don't want it to overlap. So I'm just going to leave them spaced apart. And I'm going to set up my plate. So I need my base plate with no cutting mat. Okay, you don't need this cutting mat. Take that off. So you just need the base plate. And then you need this plate number 4, which is for embossing folders. Okay, and I'm going to run this through. All right, let's have a little look. Oh, wow. I think the camera's picking that up, isn't it, ladies? Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is stunning. So there we go. And this one is for the other card. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Okay. Now, when I look at this card, there's really nothing that's been added to this diagonal here. You could add ribbon if you wanted to. You could pick out one of your ribbons and put that across there. But I'm going to leave it the way it is because the flower that we're going to be stamping is quite large. Okay. So because I'm not doing ribbon, I can go ahead and put this on my card like right away. Okay, so I'm going to use Tombow glue so that I can slide that so this is going to open up from the bottom to the top. So that's going to slide on there like that. Okay, so I'm going to put some Tombow glue on here. I'm going to be doing the top one as well. So I'm just going to put some glue all over like that. Okay, and I'm going to stick this on the bottom. So I like to just mush it down to the bottom into my edges here. I'm going to make sure it's over to the right side. I might have to trim the card a little bit. Looks like. Okay, now we can put the top piece on. So I can just butt that up against there. And make sure it's even on the right side. And there you go. Yes, it looks like I need to trim the right-hand side. You know, it doesn't matter how well you line things up on the trimmer to get them the exact same size. It rarely works out to be the exact same size. Okay, so I've got a bit of an overlap there. So I'm going to bring out my little, you need a guillotine cutter when you do this. Okay, and I'm just going to just take a smidge off. There we go. Look at that. It's just a hair. All right. So there is the top and bottom of our card. Look at that. It's just stunning. Okay, we can set this aside. And this I'm going to use on the inside of my card. So why not get out? God, should be 4 by 5 1/4. Yes. So we're going to use this, and I might put this down at the bottom like that. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at. Oh my gosh, did I bring the stamp set to my desk? Oh my goodness. Hang on, ladies. I forgot the stamp set. It's right here. Stamp set. Where's my stamp set? No, that's not it. Wrong one. Oh my gosh, I can't find it now. No, I'm sure I brought it here. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Sorry, ladies. What did I do with that? Stippled Roses. I had it right here. It's gone for a walkabout. Well, I cannot find it. I should read my comments. Maybe some of you have seen it. Okay. I know I had it, ladies. Just bear with me a few more seconds here. I just don't understand that. Because it's got the dies attached to it with an elastic band around it. Where has it gone? These are my other stamp sets I was working on today. Well, I'm totally mystified. Did it fall on the floor? I don't see it. All right, ladies. Well, I guess I'll have to come back. So if I find it in the next 5 minutes, I'll come back live. Other than that, I will have to come back and finish it tomorrow. Oh, I'm so disappointed. All right, sorry about that. All right. Give me 5 minutes more and I'll be back. I wish I could sort of, you can't really pause. Sorry, ladies.